Mexican Lucha Libre, as they say, AAA has, repeat myself, AAA and WWE has gone in a partnership to have wrestlers and pay-per-view with the wrestlers of AAA. This pay-per-view is called Worlds Collide. We had 5 credible matchups to start off. We're going to start off with match number 1. It was a 6-man tag team match. 14 minutes, 10 seconds. It was Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and a lot of people like this one, Mr. IGUANA, taking on and defeating, who they defeated, the Latino World Order, Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, and Lince Dorado was included in the match because Joaquin Wilde was supposed to be in the match, but he got injured. And Lince Dorado took his place. Great 6-man tag team match. Mexicans versus Raw Superstar and Lince Dorado's will evolve. But in this match, the Mexicans won it. AAA had the victory.
This match, So this match was something else. I'm telling you from now on, I don't know. I assume that the partnership is working so well. The ratings, you could tell they mix it all the crowd. You got the crowd of our regular WWE fans. You got the Latin crowd in the good sense, of course, of Mexico in this case, AAA audience. I mean, what do you expect, Triple H? You are going to get everybody's at the end of the day. You are going to get everyone's, you know?
Exactly.
And I mean, if they don't choose what's the best, and for what I checked in the media, it really impressed me to know that they took their time to choose the best actually from AAA. I was checking the profiles, you know, when they put in media, get to know the wrestlers, who was going to compete and whatever. So apparently all the wrestlers that they took their time being in the pay-per-view and all the stuff, all of them either are former champions or they are actual, you know, current champions right now on AAA. So it speaks a lot. That's the reason that the matches were on top tonight. I mean, today again. Today, you know, so you could tell that AAA has so much talent. And this is the moment that, believe it or not, funny thing, again, I understand the rumors. I understand the media. At the end of the day, this is business. We know. But the actual, supposedly true, they were saying also a lot of the WWE fans, that the fact of the matter of doing and creating this whole partnership from Triple H, it was only because he's looking to make sure and make Tony Khan's miserable life, you know, because Tony Khan did it already with TMLL. Now it's Triple H assuring himself that he can get the perfect competition. What do you think on that one?
Of course, he does it like that, and it also gives them ratings.
So you're saying that for real, he's not focusing the actual talent? Is that what you're trying to say?
He's focusing on actual talent, but he wants ratings. And remember, everything here is money. So if he gives him money, that's what he's going to do. He's going to beat anybody to get the money.
So forget about the talent anymore?
No, he can get the talent. But the talent is he wants money. And the talent is the one that gives him the money.
But he wants to assure that he's on top of Tony Khan?
At top of everybody, not Tony Khan only. Every company.
Forget it. Right now, we have to admit it is between Triple H and Tony Khan for real. TNA, I wouldn't even count it because right now TNA is under WWE.
Not even on WA.
Exactly.
Not even New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Exactly.
No, like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can even say AAA.
Exactly. I mean, but what I'm saying now, the fact of the matter that we have so many shows, you know, that's the reason that everybody's complaining. Now we know the reason why you're doing so many shows. Because TKO right now is focusing only on the finances extremely, you know, to the point that next month, the 3 following shows, it's going to be what? Evolution.
You got Saturday night's main event and NXT's American Bash.
There
and then
you
that
go.
same night, American Bash and Saturday night's main event, AEW has All In.
There you go. It's going to be challenging because at the end of the day, All In is like the biggest thing ever. It's like a WrestleMania for AEW. And they have worked so well. Last year, I remember we purchased for, you know, one time ever, right? And it was a killer pay-per-view. I have no idea if it's going to get repeated again. It looks like it won't happen like the last year, you know. But everything works according to, again, the schedule, the place, where, when, and how.
The place is the most important one.
You know? Yes.
So,
yes.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's
So
talk about our
true.
second match for Worlds Collide. It was a tag team women's match. 9 minutes, 35 seconds. Stephanie Becker and Lola Vice taking on AAA's Chica Tormenta and Dalis.
Yep.
To a Mexican with a Panamanian to take on Cuban and Chilena. And Stephanie Becker, Lola Vice getting the victory against Chica Tormenta and Dials. And that was Dalis. That was a good match to see. And these two.
Yeah.
And Stephanie Becker doing the double shift. The next match was a third match. 6-man tag team match.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Angel Humberto from Smackdown to take on the Lucha Libre AAA of El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and the Psycho Clown. Great match, 6-man tag team, a lot of flying, but at the end, Legado del Fantasma getting the victory.
I'm not related, of course, to these wrestlers. Are you related to those?
I seen some of them, not
Yeah,
all.
I haven't seen them
The ones
before.
I saw have been retired already. I saw them
Yeah.
a long time ago, not personally, but I've seen them on TV. But the wrestlers that I saw on TV before are just the ones that are retired already. Oh, I've never seen them before.
Right.
But for me, they're practically new.
Right.
So, but it was a great match. 6-man tag team. But they got Fantasma at the end, getting the victory.
He's Romeo. Cool, Romeo. Thanks for coming again. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I have to say in this one, I just really loved it how they put it, all the matches. The fact of the matter to be shown, to get known, you know, that was practically the idea. You don't know if you're going to get called up by WWE in the future. You don't know if the following year, one of these wrestlers are going to come up suddenly on NXT. And I'm not saying they wouldn't go to a Smackdown or the main roster, whatever, but they could. You don't know. So this type of events and live events and pay-per-views, whether it's whatever is the reason of the cause, whatever, it's going to help to build up a lot of your brand and a lot of the company and a lot of the actual name of the wrestler.
Exactly.
And I have to say it, right now in the media, Mr. IGUANA, right?
Exactly.
He's killing it. He's already viral, I guess. I was checking on Twitter. Everybody's talking about Mr. IGUANA. Like, where have you seen that? You know, never. Well, I haven't seen that before. But what I'm trying to say is, again, this is a huge opportunity for some of the wrestlers that they are showing up for the first time ever. Even though they won, even though they lost it in the match, point it is that WWE is connected with AAA. Hopefully we can get a second live event with AAA, right? And of course, I assume that they're going to bring another round of other stars. Because you mentioned in another video that the list that they have for the partnership, it's not any type of list. It's much more than 10 wrestlers. You said Alberto Del Rio and somebody
Alberto
else.
Del Rio also is
Right.
in it, but we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more wrestlers that we haven't seen. We don't know. Later on, they're gonna bring more wrestlers to the shows. So we just saw a couple today. Like we saw the next match that we saw was a fatal 4-way match for the NXT North American Championship. Match lasted 14 minutes 55 seconds. Ethan Page, All Eagle from NXT, defending the title of the North American Championship against Javon Evans.
Yep.
Ray Phoenix from Smackdown, and Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid is a superstar that he's in AAA, also wrestles for TNA.
Yeah.
The two companies that WWE is affiliated with. And he is the AAA Cruiserweight champion of AAA right now.
Yeah.
So that was a great match. Fatal 4-way, even though Ethan Page still retained the championship. That was obvious that was going to happen. But we're probably going to see later on more wrestlers of AAA coming into the shows of NXT. Mostly the one that was superstars for NXT.
Exactly.
So to give them ratings and move up a little bit. So we just see what happens in later on of that part.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that match, it was so predictable. But anywho, you never know what Triple H or Shawn Michaels can do it at the end of the day. I would have loved to see Ray Phoenix getting the North American title or put in Javon Evans finally for the North American Championship.
Right.
But I mean, again, it was a special occasion. It was a live event, which, you know, maybe we never won't see it again, you know. So it just didn't fit. Yeah, didn't fit, you know. But I really love it. That was one of the best matches for me. I have to admit it. Yeah, and of course the women's, the women's. That was.
We had one more match, the main event. 22 minutes for the match. It was a singles match, 1-on-1 for the AAA Mega Championship.
Yep.
Chad Gable taking on the champion, El Hijo de VIKINGO.
Yeah,
who was the champion. 22 minutes for that match. Chad Gable did all he could for that match. Great match.
Chad Gable was challenged so bad.
Did try to win the match, but at the end, still champion El Hijo de VIKINGO. So we'll see what happens. If, like I said, if more wrestlers come from AAA, it will be amazing to see those matches. And we just have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, that main event, it was supposed to be Vikingo retaining the title. Yeah, common sense. Yeah, he was supposed to, retaining it. But I really loved it because, again, Vikingo, he has been, I don't know how many shows he's been promoted. It's crazy. Who knows? Maybe Vikingo, he can get, a deal with WWE in the future, right? Or you just never know. It's just lately what WWE, what they're focusing for a moment is right now what's viral, who's popular, who's giving me ratings, extra ratings. I'll make sure to give him a contract, isn't it?
Exactly.
So makes sense. But again, we don't know what's gonna happen. There's a lot of expectation for the following live events like crazy. So I guess, we're gonna understand better how this is supposed to be, growing up. Again, we still have 6 more months for the whole year of shows.